Hey everybody, Josh Rubenstein, Public Information Director. We have your monthly message here, and we are at North Hollywood Division this time. We're going to hear from the Chief and, of course, your questions. Take a listen.
Hello, I want to take a few minutes and talk about what happened in 2019. It was a good year, as well as what's in store for 2020. Let's talk about our crime. In 2019, we saw a reduction in both property and violent crime. Second year in a row, 10th year in a row with less than 300 homicides, fewer rapes, robberies, burglaries, across the board. Good crime reduction. My congratulations to you for your hard work, for your partnerships in the communities in which we work. They're making a difference. I also believe that the 200 additional personnel that we pulled from specialized posts and brought back to the field, in concert with a leveling off of our call load, allowed our staffing levels to improve. My commitment to you is to maintain that, to keep our officers in the area stations whenever possible. Additionally, we've started an investment in technology. In this next 6 months, you're going to see new desktops in report writing rooms. You're going to see a new Wi-Fi system in all of our stations. We're also changing that CAD system and still working out the kinks and bringing on a pilot effort where we're going to put the CAD, the computer-aided dispatch, on your smartphones. Allow you to get out of the car, away from that MDC, and still have that important information and the ability of our systems to run people in the field and get more information about calls that we're asking you to handle. Additionally, on the civilian hiring side, we're asking for more civilians this coming budget year. We're opening the Harbor Jail in February after a decade of being shut down. And this next year, I hope to open a jail here in the San Fernando Valley in the Foothill area to, again, continue to help you do a difficult job by reducing transport times and booking times of arrestees. Moving forward, what I ask of you is simple, but it's a difficult job. Go out there, do your best. Pay attention to your surroundings. Use your partner to help you go home safely. Finally, there's been a recent change in state law relative to 835A of the Penal Code and the use of deadly force by police officers. Pay close attention to that law and recognize that it's not only an administrative policy, but now state criminal law for the entire state of California. As such, the use of deadly force is only authorized or justified when necessary in defense of an imminent threat of serious bodily injury or death. For many of you, that's not a change. But for others, you may want to spend some additional time to make sure that you understand the mechanisms involved in that change.
So we're back by popular demand. It's the Ask the Chief segment. We've got questions that have been submitted by our officers out there. First question for you. You're a year and a half into this now, right? About that.
Yeah.
We had one officer that wants to know what you think your biggest impact, positive impact has been since you've become chief. What decision did you make?
Just trying to bring more resources back to the officers in the field. The realignment of 200 additional personnel in this last year. Additionally, the change in technology, waking up the city, if you will, to our outdated equipment, our outdated technology. The mayor this past year added $12 million to our budget to allow us to start the process. But I also believe that our efforts with the foundation stepping up and starting their capital campaign to raise $65 million is going to allow us to really enter this next decade with important technology upgrades that's going to give officers more time to do the work that we ask them to do. Lastly, I think the change in Metro, where we realign them back to what I believe is really more their original purpose, which is not so much just vehicle crime suppression, vehicle stops and hot zones and so forth, but really allowing them to do investigative follow-up, really support area detectives in identifying those suspects responsible for shooting other individuals and crimes that are going unsolved because of a lack of personnel. So in concert, there's no one single thing. Mm-hmm. I think each of those have added the support for the men and women out there that we're asking to do a very difficult, at times challenging job.
And interesting enough, that's something that when you were applying for this job and interviewing for this job, those were things on the list. These are changes that you wanted to make from the very beginning.
Yeah, yes, there's no big secrets here. Yeah. This is a department that's been asked, Jimmy McDonald used to say, for far too long, asked to do too much with too little. And I think that every chief has come and every chief strives to try to support the field. And And this is my opportunity, and I'm really enjoying the support of the men and women of this organization. As we made these changes, I've seen people say, please bring more. And we have that commitment. Our innovation groups aren't done, but we still have a lot of work in front of us. This is by no means done, but coming out of the gate, it's a good start. And my commitment is to keep it up as we move this next year.
Great. The last question is, holidays can be tough. And just in general, if you have a fellow officer, this is somebody had asked, that you see that is suffering from some kind of depression, what can an officer do? What can an employee do, a civilian employee? What can we do?
Be a good partner. Have a listening ear. Be around. Be available. Let them know that you care and that it matters. Encourage them to seek help, assistance. We have no hesitation. I've said this before. If I'm out there on the street, or any officer is, and they need help, they get on the horn and they ask for the world. And same should happen when emotionally we're having difficulties, we're having challenges. If you need help, that's a sign of strength. That's not a sign of weakness.
Great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We'll do it again next month.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, it's been a good year in 2019, and I look forward to a great 2020. But as I do so, I'm also remembering the loss of Officer Juan Diaz and Officer Esmeralda Ramirez, two individuals who, as professionals, served the citizens of this city well, and whose sacrifice and loss of life we have a responsibility to live up to each day in the work that we do. God bless you, keep you safe. May you go home safely each night to your loved ones. Thank you.
Thanks for watching this monthly message. We'll be back again next month from a different division. And of course, if you have any questions, send them to me and I'll ask the chief.